Hey there, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving. Look at that. You got both of us right here, a little tag team weather coverage. I'm meteorologist Addison Green.
And I'm meteorologist Chita.
And it's looking to be a little soggy out there for the kicking off portion of your Thanksgiving holiday. And unfortunately, the rain has already made an impact in a not so polite way of the parade being canceled.
I know we were hoping that this line of thunderstorms could have maybe just stayed to the north, but it moved, well, really kind of right on track. We thought this would hit between about 9 to 10 a.m. So as far as that, the impacts were going, lightning is attached. So we've kind of been looking at this all morning. Go ahead and see how many strikes that we have right now. But that's what we were concerned about pretty much all morning long, is if we were going to see lightning, how that would impact the day. And that's just kind of the bummer, you know, of the situation. We were seeing rainfall rates earlier this morning of anywhere from 1/2 to 1.5 inches per hour. And some of the areas could probably pick up over 2 inches of rain this morning.
When all said and done, we could be seeing at least 1 inch of rain in several spots. And you may be thinking, oh, but that's Houston. We get that all the time. It's just the timing of it and how many people would be impacted that'd be caught outside, whether it was the turkey trot or going to the parade or actually in the parade. All of those people out there in the elements could potentially be impacted. And we have seen this line of scattered showers and storms come through and hold itself together more times than not. So that's where that risk of the potential of a lightning strike, that's what made it too unsafe to be out and about. Unfortunately, bad timing as the parade was literally just underway.
I know, but a lot of you who are just waking up right now, really you have now through about our lunchtime hour that we're going to be tracking rain. And then that really should be about it. So hopefully for the afternoon hours, maybe that puts you in a little bit of a thankful mood that hopefully this rain will get out of here. But right now, if you're waking up right now in Spring, Aldine, Oak Northridge, I mean, really all along 45, that's moderate to heavy rain, which can be blinding at times. So if you can give yourself about 2 hours, if you live north of, or if you were traveling north, maybe closer to about 10, 11, or even lunchtime this morning, that would probably be in your better interest.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you could wait a little bit later on to go to grandma's house, go to your uncle's house, I would do so, because that's when the rain should be wrapping on up past the lunchtime hour, especially for Harris County and North and West, down to the coastal areas, Brazoria County, Galveston County. That's where the rain will still be an issue all the way up to about 2 o'clock.
I know.
But even then, the heaviest rain should be waning back, and we should find ourselves just seeing some light misty showers, but also, Chita, talk about the cold air rushing on down.
I know, big changes. You know, this is one of those days where we've already reached our high temperature.
Yeah.
I know, it's always weird to think about that. We're going to get colder throughout the day. But check out LaPorte from Shore Acres, Seabrook. Now, these are areas even inside southeast Harris County, now along the Gulf Freeway, that weren't seeing rain earlier this morning. And now take a look, they are drenched. So it's almost area-wide rain at this point. I'll give you a broad view here on our scope. And take a look now from Matagorda to Brazoria along the Gulf Freeway, I-10 westbound. But this is that area-wide rain that we were talking about early this morning that's almost impacting everywhere. But the good news is, I will say, the back edge of that front, once it pushes through, that's it for the rain.
Yeah, we can definitely see there's nothing going on right here for some of our northwestern counties. Here's the cold front as I draw on the map, pushing right on in across the heart of the city. Oh, you're fine. It zoomed in just nicely, zoomed out.
Just try to make it a little more tricky for you.
Of course, a little more dramatic. Why not? But we can certainly see that was where we have that shift in the wind direction coming in from a southeasterly direction to more of a northwesterly direction. So there's the cold front pushing on down. And you can certainly see there was a few lightning strikes that were reported just outside of Spring. And that's where that risk was coming down across our way as the parade was underway, that they just couldn't put people's safety in
And you just don't know if they're going to hold together. You know, you just don't.
No,
and it's like you always have to think of the safety first. But this morning, hopefully, if you're, you know, dry and cozy, working on the turkey, wondering when the rain's going to get out, we'll show you the hour-by-hour breakdown here, because it really will, even though it's going to be chilly, really seasonable, you know, especially once we get into the afternoon hours. Temperatures are going to continue to drop. Don't you love when your computer stalls?
Just, you know, slowly waking up.
We just wanted to give you the anticipation on this Thanksgiving. But here we are. So, yeah. There's our high of the day.
That's it. 70 degrees. Some people saw 71, maybe 72, but either way, your highs are occurring earlier in the day, and we're cooling down as the daytime hours progress, where typically it's the other way around.
I know, and that's not like a pretty 70 degrees.
Yeah.
That's an overcast, cloudy, dreary 70 degrees. But then, yeah, these temperatures continue to drop. So even tonight, you're in the 50s, breezy north winds. So even that wind chill will probably be making it feel more mid-50s-ish. And notice how clouds stay in place overnight. Then tomorrow, the good news is we actually shape up to look even better than forecasted.
Oh, absolutely.
Originally this week. So that's nice. At least we'll get a little bit of a break on Friday.
But unfortunately, if you're going to be trying to get some Black Friday deals, you're actually going to the stores instead of shopping online. Grab that jacket, that hat. You're going to need it with that cold air rushing on down. And while it will be feeling chilly in the morning hours, we will warm up gradually, but still, it's going to be a brisk day.
You know, Addison, you said this best. I can't believe that, here in Houston, it has been since 1907 that on Thanksgiving we've seen barely over an inch of rain.
Yeah.
I mean, we can take some rain here in this city, so that's pretty remarkable. We've had pretty dry Thanksgivings in the past. It's just kind of a bummer that this year, especially after last year, that we're setting up that we could break the record.
Oh, easily. I definitely think we can see that potential record come down for not just Houston, at Bush, Hobby as well,
yes.
Galveston, up towards College Station. So all these areas that typically don't see a lot of rain on Thanksgiving will all get rain coming on in. It's a question if we see records being broken or not. There's a good chance that will be the case, but unfortunately, that trend of having glorious weekends and then watching a cold front come by midweek is actually impacting us when we want to get out and about.
Now, I thought this was interesting. If you're tuning in, we know we're Facebook Live right now, that if you've got family or friends, Amarillo's sitting at 34, Dallas
chilly.
at 47, but this is that cold air behind the front. So the front has impacted the entire state. Of course, we're still dealing with the rain part of it, but temperatures are going to drop just like our friends in Austin, or if you're traveling today or maybe tomorrow, it's going to be chilly all across the state.
Yeah, it's just like, it's really on the frigid side of things at the Panhandle. So I think the folks up that way are bundled up. We are still dealing with just light jackets, the umbrellas at hand, but then by the end of the day, you're going to want more of that thicker coat as that cold air rushes on in. And it's not going to be a drastic drop in temperatures. It won't be like flipping a switch or snapping your fingers, but you will notice it's feeling cooler, a little more brisk later on today, and tomorrow certainly it'll be noticeable from start to finish.
I know, and speaking of, for our Friday, we get a break before almost a washout at this point Saturday afternoon. We haven't talked a lot about Saturday just because we were trying to focus in on this morning and when the rain was going to get out for your Thanksgiving, but we stayed chilly. We end the weekend pretty nice, and then next week we set up decent, at least for the first start of the work week. But it is a bummer that the rain kind of shaked out for the start of Thanksgiving, but hopefully it'll clear out where some of you can still enjoy Thanksgiving with your friends or your family or any plans that you had this afternoon. But if you are traveling before lunchtime today, stay safe out there. Leave yourself plenty of time. Just because if you get caught in one of those downpours, it can reduce your visibility. It can really slow you down on the roadways.
Absolutely so. And a couple of people that I was talking to on social media were saying, like, the silver lining to this rain coming through is like, okay, well, it's more time to spend indoors with the family. Hopefully you can tolerate all of your family members. Sometimes you can't, but maybe spend more time in the family room, getting the things ready to go for Thanksgiving later on today and tonight. And hopefully everyone has a wonderful holiday they can be thankful for.
I hope so too. Well, we're monitoring the radar. No watches, no warnings right now. We will let you know if anything fires up, but we hope you have a great Thanksgiving, and of course we'll keep you posted.
Absolutely. Take care, guys.